Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Miss JD for another episode of our daily stock market insights. And in today's video, I am going to cover the most trending stocks. At the same time, a few of the stocks that you guys have requested. So if in case you like this type of content, I'm inviting everyone, if this is your first time to watch this video, you're welcome here in our channel. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're updated whenever I have new videos. I'm doing this, by the way, on a daily basis. So expect that we have something new to offer in this channel every day. So normally the regular videos I would do would be reviews of the trending stocks and your requested stocks. I also uh, document the daily updates on the movement in my portfolio, and sometimes I would also record some insights and analysis on the stocks in the US market. I use eToro for all my trades in the US market, and I also do record some content about eToro sometimes. Okay, so those are the things that you can expect here in this channel. Let's get started if you're ready to begin. I'm so ready to start. All right, so for the index, as of February 10 performance, as I record this right now, it's already February 11. Um, what happened in today's market performance is we had a slight improvement in the price, although this kind of candlestick is a shooting star. And at the moment, we had a slight overshoot towards the resistance area, but because it is an area, I'm still considering this as a resistance level. We were able to cross the MA20 line. That's nice, but because the candlestick today is a bearish candlestick, so chances are we will be having some slight correction. And where could it possibly drop? uh, I'm thinking because we have a support at this level, then I'm thinking, well, we could have it around the MA20 line. So that's the first area of possible drop there. Uh, Let me see. Just a slight, very slight drop. Okay. Now the reason why I'm saying that is if you look to the left, you have this as your support. Um, this is your resistance, and we managed to break out of that slightly higher. So you know how it is, each time I would draw a breakout, it goes like this, and then it revisits the support, and then it continues to move up again. I think that is what's happening right now. So there was a push in the price, but profit taking happened, and chances are we will have a slight red possibly tomorrow. It's even possible that it's not going to look red. um, Maybe a long wick can happen and then continue to bounce higher. Overall, that is our outlook here. Um, your foreign buying is also helping in the positive movement in terms of price at this point. So 7,027 would be the next possible area of bounce that I'm looking at. Okay, so let's get started. By the way, this is my these are the stocks in my portfolio so far. Almost all of them again did some promising movements, but more to come in our update for a different video. In the meantime, let's look at the other stocks. Trade. Of course, I do this from top to bottom, and then um, let me just go ahead and discuss first our requested stock, which is PHR and IDC. Okay, so let me check PHR first. Okay, PHR we got rejected. As you can see, we had a red yesterday, and I think in my review I also mentioned that this is a sign of bearish sentiment, and it was supported by another red today. So I'm thinking we might see some continuation in terms of its drop right at the 267 area or 266. Because if you try to look to the left again, this is how you validate your areas of bounce, resistance. That's how you confirm these key levels. So if you look to the left, you will see this one, support. So to here, resistance was touched again right here. So if you look to the left further, then those are the key levels. Okay, so now one thing to anticipate is we might have another red candlestick today touching the 266 level. And we're not 100% sure if it could potentially break that if the signal is, if the sentiment is really more on the selling side, then chances are it could drop, and then the next thing we need to do is look at the next possible bounce again. So as it pulls the price lower and lower, then we also adjust lower and lower. But definitely, this for me is a significant area to look into and observe. So by tomorrow, feel free to drop a comment again and see. We will prioritize this in our analysis. Okay, I'm not plotting any resistance as of yet because so far the next move is downward trend. The next one is IDC. IDC, we went flat here, right? We went sideways, and we had a green engulfing candlestick, or a continuation of this green candlestick. So I think this is a validation that we might have some more movements going up at this point. So for those people who may be showing interest in this stock, I think this is a start of a bounce. So if you'd like to get in, probably go as near as you can to the 298 area. So between 298 and 310, that would be a best entry at this point. I think what happened here is really pretty close to what we have right here. See that it went sideways first and then it pushed the price higher. So that is for our IDC. Just go back to that. Okay, see, that's IDC. Now let's continue, and this time around, so far those are the two requests. By the way, there's one question about uh, taxation. So I'm not really an expert of this topic, so what I can do is because this question was there. This question was from Leo. Uy, ma'am, taxable po ba si eToro sa BIR? Okay, so this is something I'll check. I have a point of contact in eToro. I can directly message her and will ask this question. And hopefully by tomorrow I will have a reply, and maybe I could also create a content around this. But very good question, valid question. There was also a question about taxation that's related to COL financial. So a general question about tax, like how are we going to file our income tax return for our uh, income in the stock market. So I'll create a video around that, but we'll gather enough information first because I want to make sure that the information I share will be accurate. All right. Well, the rest just recognized the efforts that we are doing here. So thank you guys for really taking the time to recognize what we are doing. And this really inspires me to continue this as I'm impacting more and more people daily. So don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment and hit the like. Now let's continue. Okay, so Dito. Dito, I thought earlier today when it became red, um, I thought it is going to drop. But the decline really happened very, very quickly right over here. So we started with a at a price of what? It opened 1562, slightly lower than the previous day's price, but we managed to really recover same day, despite the foreign selling that happened. I think uh, investors in the country, investors in the Philippines, are now starting to flock in here, and you know, despite the foreign selling, it was just a temporary state that it was red the the, the first part of the day, and then it recovered. So price right now is 1710, and this red engulfing candlestick, I mean green engulfing candlestick, and we ended outside of the Bollinger Band. So with this, I feel that we are still we still have some more momentum pushing higher. Um, while it's true that we have this, right? Sometimes um, the decline or the red could just be very, very quick and temporary, and then it continues to push higher. So could it maybe the very quick correction that happened today could be the implication of this declining momentum. Sometimes, even if the concept or the theory says that it is going to decline, um, but if the momentum is really there or the volume is really there, chances are very quick correction. It sometimes 1 day correction, and then it recovers, pushes the price even higher. Okay, so that's something to watch out for in this stock, because sometimes it disrupts the indicators that we have because it's really bullish, and without hyping it up, just the facts. We're getting nearer and nearer to the live date of Dito. So really, I'm really sure a lot of people, even newcomers in the stock market, are are paying attention to this stock. So more to come. 1710 definitely is not the last price we're looking at. There is more to this stock. So I'm even thinking that the new support could maybe um, could be here or here. It's not yet defined because uh, we're currently sitting at a 52-week high. In fact, I think we broke out of the all-time high. We broke out of the all-time high here. Oh, not yet. 1710, there's another one here that we could easily break that, because I'm sure people who may have entered here have already exited. This was way back in 1997. People who may have entered here, one, could have already cut their losses somewhere here, or two, might have already forgotten and exited their account and totally closed their account. So in terms of profit taking, then chances are it's going to be temporary state. There could be slight fluctuations in the price, but definitely we could easily break that. Okay, so 1710. At this point, I'm not plotting any resistance as of yet. All right, next is APL. So APL got rejected at our resistance level at this point. So our resistance is at the MA20 line, okay? But for me, APL is again another promising stock because of what awaits us. We all know that there's a major project as well that we can look forward to in this stock. That's offshore mining. Okay, so this could possibly move sideways first, but the safest, okay, if you have not entered and would like to enter, one, if you're on the conservative side, you can enter here. But chances are, if you're going to enter here, then it could break down, right? If more movements are gearing towards this side, then chances are it could break down. But if you want to really make sure, or you do trend following, I I'd say it's safer to enter at a breakout, because at least you know that the next possible movement now would be going up. So two things, you can have several strategies in this kind of setup: do swing trade, yeah, range trade, breakout play, and yeah, two possible entries. Actually, you can also do here, but you have to set your stop loss levels somewhere below that, just to make sure you don't lose a lot. But between it dropping some more and this breaking out of our resistance or our Darvis box, I see this stock really accelerating in the coming days. Okay, but this is already a good sign, starting to recover right here. PHA, again, this is another stock that is gaining some popularity in the market, probably because of the projects that this is also engaged in. One would be the Squid Pay, uh, so they can now trade cryptocurrency. It's like your online bank. Parang ano, close to Gcash. I have not really explored it, but what I'm thinking is like coins.ph, right? Gcash. So online transactions, transferring money from one point to another, and then you can also trade cryptocurrency, and we'll see what else we can uh, expect from Squid Pay. So there's a big catalyst. That's why this movement is also, or this stock is also facing some uh, rally to the upside. But at the moment, short term wise, I see a resistance around the 323. So we could be, all right, we're also at the 52-week high. So we could also be breaking a resistance really, really soon. So find your entry, and I'm thinking, if you want, you can do two things again: wait for a breakout, or wait for it to correct. And at this point, the nearest possible area of correction would be 262. That is a support level at this point. Reason why I'm saying that is it's very near MA20 line. So normally when we cross the MA20 level and then it corrects, chances are it could go back to that MA20 line. You can also do another thing if you want to measure that. Let's say from here, because you have the lowest point in the short term in this level. So put the first in your Fibonacci, uh, that's your point A, and then drag it all the way up here and anticipate potentially, let's say we have uh, a continuation, okay? We have a continuation up here, because you have your resistance at this level around the 322. So pretty close, right? 0.382 level is exactly where we have plotted it. So if it gets rejected right here, it could possibly stop at the first point, which is 2.86. If that gets broken, then the next area is 2.62. So this is the purpose of your Fibonacci retracement. So you know which area to look at as a possible area of bounce when it corrects. When I say correct, it declines. Okay, it retraces and then it goes higher again. So overall, similar to DITO, APL, and PHA, these stocks, actually these five stocks, uh, are taking the top slots in the past few weeks now. So really, there's something in these stocks. That's why they're rallying significantly. So another promising stock here is PHA. BSC is another one. Um, we currently have so it revisited this area, right? Moved sideways, and now we're pushing the price even higher, and this could already mean a slight breakout of this mini resistance level. but we're not 100% safe because you're you still stopped right at the MA20 line, which is slightly lower than the MA20 level, but your foreign buying speaks a lot here. Okay, foreign buying, slightly higher volume. You see that the volume right here is starting to increase. So while we were doing sideways here, we were staying flat. And the way I'm interpreting it in layman's term, no one is already releasing shares. They're holding on to their position right now, and slight movement. So it stabilized at that point, and now we're showing slight increase in the volume. And so I'm thinking we might have some more movements going up in the coming days. This is another stock that's also into the renewable energy. And overall, what I'm thinking is stocks related to the renewable energy are stocks that will really prosper in 2021 in the years to come. So that's my biased opinion. However, personally, because I already have ACEN in my portfolio, I can only have one uh, stock related to the renewable energy just so I can diversify it properly. Having said that, okay, let's talk about ACEN. ACEN also rallied uh, for today. However, we're also right here at a possible resistance. So what we are looking forward to see is a breakout of that resistance by tomorrow and in the coming days. Well, let's hope that this 51 million in foreign buying is really going to speak a lot. Let me just see if our foreign investors have been accumulating. Oh, indeed. Look at that. One, okay, the entire time, starting this day, here to here, even if there was a red, no foreign selling. Okay, so I think they're holding on to their positions still. So I'm thinking the likelihood of us breaking our resistance would be really high. The next possible resistance then would be 942. So that's our outlook here. Right. The next stock is BDO. So BDO, uh, hmm, so we got rejected here. This used to be a resistance. There. Very easy to interpret. Uh, or I mean trade. Look at this. It used to be a resistance, right? If you look further to the left, that also used to be a resistance. And right as this one, this area as well. So what this stock is trying to do is giving us long peaks and valleys, and overall I see a sideways movement here. So what you can do is just probably do range trading or swing trade this stock and then take profit once you're at the resistance level, and then buy it back again when it goes to the support area. I'm thinking at this point there's even a chance that it will touch the 100 area and recover almost immediately. Overall, we're still at a very cheap level. Look at this. This used to be the price before the pandemic. So while the other stocks have already recovered and went back to the pre-pandemic time, price, this stock, on the other hand, has not fully recovered yet. But personally, I still want to thank BDO here because this stock really gave me some good profit, and I'm just trying to see if there will be good entry here, but it really took some time. I was able to accumulate right here, and then took profit somewhere in these levels as well. So I think I was lucky, but it took me several months to really wait and for the stock to be really profitable. But this is already a significant. It's just it looks just small, but it's a significant increase. Like 93, my average here was 93 level. There, that's around 20, 20, 19. But this kind of gain, you can get this in a few weeks time for some other stocks. Okay, so 100, guys, wait for it to drop at the 100 level. BPI is also trying to follow the same path here. So one, if it drops, first area to look at would be your MA20 line. That could be a possible area of bounce. You have your support or your resistance here, became a support, and now that is indeed an MA20. If that gets broken, this is another area to look into, 79.84. Foreign buying, promising, but overall I see sideways movement here. You can even do a box, create a DARPA's box right here. So those are key levels. Okay, you can wait for it to drop and enter right here, or wait for it to drop all the way down here. But again, like what I mentioned, in this case, try to get in as near as you can to the support area, and then it just set a stop loss somewhere a few percentage or a few percent lower than your support. That way, when it declines further downwards, you won't be badly hit. MRC. Oh yeah. So this stock is also in my portfolio, and I exited. So I was mentioning the previous day that I wanted to trim down because I have 10 stocks in my portfolio, and now I'm down to 9, so I can easily manage it. So very small gains, but I already exited this stock. Where are we at this point? So we got a slight recovery here, so we're very near a possible resistance, which is right at this point. It used to be a resistance, became a support right here, and this is also where the MA20 stopped. So let us see if this is going to cross the MA20 line. So we also had some foreign buying, so that's good. Foreign investors are also showing interest. Same concept, guys. While it was moving sideways, the volume is really on the lower end of the spectrum here, so way lower than the cloud. So the cloud is your average price in terms of this is your average volume, but we are now much lower than that while it was moving sideways. So that was our indicator or indication that we could be uh, rallying any moment from now. And indeed, yesterday was the first sign. Today is another one, validation. And next thing to look forward to is wait for it to break out of this area of resistance that we have at the moment. Okay. The next one is Converge, profit taking. Okay, so where could it possibly stop? Previous resistance, which is going to be your potential support. This right over here. There. So you got your resistance here. So if it goes down further, so at this point, I'm expecting for this stock to have another profit-taking day by tomorrow. So hopefully you guys have already locked into your gains or may have already exited, because I see some continuation by tomorrow, somewhere around 1696. Notice, guys, these folks, foreign selling happened for several days now. ABA is still in my port. Yeah. So ABA, we got some good recovery here. So what I'm thinking is there will be a continuation. Okay, so the next resistance I see for ABA would be 160. That could be the next level. It could be here, or 157 to 160. It's an area. Okay, so at this point, it is respecting your uptrend channel. We could be seeing something like this in the coming days. So it could also reject right at the 1.49, because that's where your MA20 line is. Okay, so again, your MA20 could act as a possible resistance. Let me just erase this for now. Then let's look at this level as our next possible resistance, 1.49. Interesting. You got some 2.05 million, 2 million in foreign buying. Volume also started to increase today, way significantly. So I think that's another good sign that we will have some continuation going up. Mart. Okay, Mart, we got rejected at the MA20 line. So I'm thinking there's a big chance that we could be correcting one more time, and hopefully it stops at the 659 area, because this is the stock that I've been planning to add more, but for several days now it's already starting to attempt and break out of the MA20 line. But in case it drops, promise I'm going to add some more. um, this is already a good area of possible bounce. 663, 661, around that range, or even much lower than that, 660. So let's see, find your entry point. Overall, we're now at a good level to start accumulating. Okay, so do it in tranches so that uh, in case it drops some more, you still have some buying power readily available to add more in case it crosses the line where I plotted it. This is the next possible bounce right over there. Okay, 634. The next, okay, time check, it's already 30 minutes. Okay, DFNN. I think this will also correct some more, probably go back to the MA20 line, which is 525. Good job for those people uh, who may have already exited. This is the profit taking level. So for those people who had gains, and for those people who may have entered somewhere at the higher point here, I hope you guys exited right away while the price was uh, going downwards. AR, I think AR, you had some foreign selling as well, and we're way lower than the MA20 line. We will see, guys, because overall, I'm not expecting a lot from AR. No major catalyst. So I think it could potentially go as low as 0.0041. And I don't expect this kind of movements to happen anytime soon. We are now back to the regular programming for this stock. The pacing is now just right about the previous areas. See this? For the longest time, it was just moving that in that pace. So I'm thinking it could go back to the 0.0041 area. Okay. And I think that is it for our daily stock market insights. These are the stocks I have reviewed so far. And feel free to drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts and your requests if you have any. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching, and please support the channel by clicking the like and the subscribe button. Thank you, and good night for now.